The Torah tells us in Parshas Emor, Eila Mayadi Hashem, Mikroi Kodesh, Asher Tikru Oisam B'Mayadim. These are the Mayadi Hashem, the festivals of Hashem. They are Mikroi Kodesh, Asher Tikru Oisam B'Mayadim. The Gemara in Rosh Hashanah teaches us that when it says the word Oisam in the Torah 3 times, so then it's telling us 3 different messages. Atem afilu shaygigim, even if you sin inadvertently b'shaygig. Atem afilu mezidim, even if you sin deliberately b'mezid. And atem afilu mutayin, and you, even if you are in small numbers. So 3 times it says asher tikru oisam. It says oisam. It says that it means atem, no matter what we are and where we are. The Koznitz taught us that if in the Torah when it says oisam, then the Gemara says it means atem, and it means atem afilu mezidin shaygigin and mutayin. All the more so if the word in the Torah is actually atem. Where does it say? Where does it say atem? Banim atem l'Hashem Elokeichem. So he says over here where it says beferish that we are children to Hashem, and it says beferish the word atem, not oisam, that the Gemara learns out that it's the same letters of atem, but it's actually atem, then for sure vaday hakavana, he certainly it means to include atem afilu shaygigim. You are my children even if you are sinning inadvertently b'shaygig. Atem afilu mezidim, you are my children even if you sin b'mezid on purpose. And atem afilu mutaim, and you are my children even if you are small in numbers, or maybe I was thinking mutaim, if you're small-minded, you're a matzav of katnus hadas. Person has small-mindedness and he could sin. B'chol zoi, says the Koznitz Samagid, banim atem l'Hashem Elokeichem, even under all those conditions, you will never lose your status. You are always still Hashem's child. You are loved and you are wanted. And this is the message that our children and us, that we need in our generation especially. The message that you are wanted, you are a chelik elokam mimal mamish, you are still a part of Klal Yisrael, and the message that Hashem is giving to us is the message that we, who are the fathers of our children, have to give the same message that our father, Avinu Avarachaman, is called Avinu, to teach us how to be parents. This is the message that we need to tell our children. You're always going to be wanted, you're always going to be looked at as good, and you're always still going to be a part of our family. And this is the message that will bring them back be'ezus Hashem. When they hear this from their parents, when they hear this from their grandparents, from the aunts, the uncles, their siblings, when they hear this from everybody in their family and in their community, and when they hear this from our leaders, when they hear this from Gans Klal Yisrael, who represent supposedly Torah and Frumkeit, and we open our arms to them and we tell them, Atem, no matter what situation you are, banim atem l'Hashem Elokeichem, and you're our Hashem's son, and therefore you're our son, you're our brother, and we love you, then be'ezus Hashem, we will win the war to win back each and every neshama, who will come back with tshuva shlema without any doubt. The problem is not the sin. The problem is not the sin, as we see from the Gemara. Atem afilu mezidim, atem afilu shaygigim, atem afilu mutaim. It doesn't change. The problem is not the sin. The problem is that when somebody sins and they're sinning differently than us, or we think that they're worse than us, which comes from judgment, which we're not allowed to do, the aftermath of the sin is the person feels inside, Hashem doesn't want me anymore. Or a person feels, my parents don't like me anymore. I'm not the pride of the family. I'm an embarrassment. I'm a shame. And that damage from the sin is much greater than the sin damage. For sin, we can do tshuva. For sin, we do tshuva. And there's no sin that we can do. There's no sin that we can do that is more powerful than Hashem's ability to clean us. The problem is when there is rejection. And that's why Hashem said, banim atem l'Hashem Elokeichem. That's why Hashem said, B'ni b'chayri Yisrael, I love you. B'chayr is a lashon of ahava and chiba. Tremendous love, even before we did tshuva, when we were on the Mem Teshar Tumah bowing to idols. Because sin we can deal with. We can do tshuva for at any time. Hashem waits for our whole lives sometimes. Ad yoimoisai techaka loy b'seshuva. Hashem waits till the deathbed, and a person could do tshuva me'ahava, and it's like Othello. All of the sins become mitzvahs. Problem is not so much the sin. The problem is that the aftermath of sin that causes a person within himself to feel distant from Hashem, which is the master trick of the Yetzer Hara, which it says in the Svarim HaKadoshim that much more than the sin that the Yetzer Hara gets us to do is that he wants us to feel distant afterwards. And there's so much to talk about on that, which we've spoken many times about. But there's also that rejection from the family, the rejection from the community that they feel from our eyes, from our hearts, which is totally the antithesis of Torah. The Gedolim didn't do that. And we have to learn in our day and age to all step up our game to Gadlus, to be Gedolim. And with that, Hashem will bless all of us, that we'll all have the strength. It takes inner strength not to look down on other people, to make people feel wanted, and then we'll see all of our children come back to embrace Yiddishkeit and to live a life that we're all proud of, including ourselves. That's what it says. It says, you're not allowed to judge anybody, and you're also a body. Right? And then it says, don't judge at all. And then it says, if you judge, have a done as kol ha'adam l'kav schus. Krula Rebbe told me, we're also an Adam. So nobody should judge themselves either. Because if we really, really judge with the eyes of Hashem, we'll see that we're not all that bad. Everybody's trying their best.